Hello, my loves. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ara, and today we're going to be talking about laser hair removal. I love laser hair removal. Like, I think I should probably be like the poster child for laser hair removal. I should probably get paid for how much I advertise laser hair removal. I tell anybody that asks about any type of hair removing anything, I'm like, you gotta go get laser. Like, call it a day. It'll save you time. It'll save your life. Just go. Listen to me. Just go. So let me just get into it. So I've been getting laser hair removal for maybe like 3 or 4 years now. And baby, when I say smooth, like smooth, okay? Like butter, smooth. It's good. So if you want to get ready for, bikini time vacation, you got somewhere on a yacht to be or something like that, and you want to show a little skin, go get you some laser, okay? Thank me afterwards, all right? So, yes, like I said, I've been getting it for a long time. And, first I started off shaving like, any girl does. And shaving did not work for me. It did as far as, getting the hair off that I needed to. But as far as like afterwards, it wasn't my friend. I, would get ingrowns, my skin would get dark, like under my armpits. It wasn't cute, like it just wasn't cute. So then I moved on to waxing. Waxing was, it wasn't, it wasn't terrible, but everybody knows waxing hurts, okay? And it wasn't for me because it hurts. I don't like things like that. Like, and it's like an extended amount of time, it stings, all of those things. It kept me smoother than shaving did for a little while longer, maybe 2 weeks as opposed to a few days. But I don't think the pain was worth it, if I'm just being 100% honest. It wasn't worth it. So, and then also I was still getting ingrown hairs, like, and they would be really bad. They were like worse than when I was shaving, getting ingrown hairs. So that wasn't fun either. So that's why I tried out laser and I never looked back. I haven't looked back since. Does it hurt? That's probably the first question that comes to your mind. No, it doesn't hurt at all. Honestly, to me, I'm going to say to me, it doesn't hurt at all. And, everybody's body is different. And, I also have some things that would help so that it won't hurt you, but I'll tell you that later on in the video. So, like I said, it doesn't hurt. It feels like maybe small, very small rubber band pops. That's what everybody kind of compares it to. So I would compare it to that too. It just sometimes gets a little bit hot. That's the only time I've had it like hurt, but it didn't hurt. It was just hot. And that was like, kind of like, ooh, uncomfortable, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this hurts. Compared to when you wax, girl, I'd be in there sweating, like it was bad. Also, another question that probably is, it's either the first or the second question in your mind is it expensive? Like, no. It's not super expensive. Like if you go to one of those huge clinics, then yeah, of course it's going to be expensive. The places that, you see them advertised on TV, or if you've been looking up laser, it pops up on your Instagram feed, those type of places, you're going to end up paying, thousands and thousands of dollars for 4 or 5 sessions. Like, girl, you don't got to do that. So, I live in LA, so where I go is called Prolase, and I'll drop that down in the description box, so you know how to spell it, and if you live in LA, you could go too. But where I go, it's super expensive. Sometimes if you bundle your packages, bundle what you get, then I get like 5 or 6 areas at a time. So when I do that, some months they have some kind of a specials, so you get discounts and stuff. I normally pay 150 each visit, so 150 or less, I should say 150 or less. It's not, sometimes it's not even 150, so that's not bad at all, right? So how often do you have to go? They recommend that you go every 6 to 8 weeks, and um, once you have been going for a long time, I would say 6 to 8 months, um, you would be able to go a little bit less than that, 6 to 8 weeks. You'd be able to go less frequently. So you have to go every 6 to 8 weeks. And obviously, like I said, it's going to be more frequent to the beginning of when you start first getting laser. And then as you gradually go on, it'll taper off and then you'll be completely smooth and hairless. Yay! Let's talk about, do you have any like adverse effects or anything like that? Everybody's skin is different. Like I said, for me, if anything, I just have a little bit of redness. It's very, very small. A little bit of redness in the areas. It might be a little bit like puffy. I mean, because you had a hot laser on your skin. So obviously, but and it might be like a little itchy. But as far as like hurting or anything like that, I haven't experienced that. So that's obviously a great thing. Afterwards, they recommend that you, one, do not put on deodorant or sweat for like at least the deodorant, I think it's a few hours, maybe 4 hours, but the sweating thing, like you shouldn't sweat for like 24 hours. So if you work out, you might should have got your workout in earlier in the day, because you can't work out afterwards. So make sure that you're not like doing excessive sweating. You don't expose the areas to a lot of sun afterwards. You gotta just kind of just be careful. Also, they give you, and you should probably buy as well, but they give you a little bit of hydrocortisone cream to put on the areas right after you get it done. So if you are immediately like a little bit red or itchy or sore or tingling, whatever, that'll take it right out and you'll be fine. No, it doesn't give you any scarring or anything like that. And as far as like ingrowns and hyperpigmentation, if your skin is like a little bit dark from like under your arms, if you've been shaving there, for me, it took away, or not took away, but it made that darkness kind of go away over time. It faded because, I wasn't shaving the area as much. So that's definitely a good thing. Ingrowns. I don't get any ingrowns, baby. Like, I don't get any ingrowns, and that is like the best thing. It's so like, it's just great. And then like, when I'm in a bikini, like those areas that you'd be a little self-conscious about, I don't really have that anymore. And it's so nice because like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, my bikini area is like dark from me shaving it, or like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of ingrowns from, like I don't have that. So laser is definitely a self-esteem booster. Like,
I just wanted to give you guys a quick visual of the actual lasering process. This is the underarm portion of my treatment, and as you can see, I'm not flinching or wincing from any pain, and it's very quick and easy.
literally, laser works for men and women. Like, you'd be surprised. There be men in there laser and stuff, and it's crazy. Like, you could get everything on your body laser. Like, you can get your fingertips lasered if you really wanted to. How long do your results last? So I'm just gonna say how it went for me. As far as like my results, I started seeing like results pretty much within the first week and a half, 2 weeks. As far as just like my skin, not my skin, my hair kind of like thinning out. My hair definitely started like thinning, and I started seeing less hair grow than like before. So that was nice. And also like, it's kind of weird, but like when you take a shower, or if you exfoliate, you should definitely, let me just side note real quick. Definitely, I would say a week after your appointment, start exfoliating. Like, if you, and I mean, you should just do that in general, ladies, like, and men too. But just in general, if you don't exfoliate with like some kind of body scrub, please do. Like, just do it in general, but like when you get laser, make sure you exfoliate. Like, and I would say exfoliate at least once a week. Like, I try to do it more than that, but like, make sure you get some kind of like shower exfoliant because I said all that to say, when you are, if you do exfoliate or like if you use, you know, loofah gloves or whatever you use, you'll see little tiny hairs, like your hair is starting to like fall out in your washcloth. It's kind of weird because you're like, what the heck? But then it's like, okay, it's working. So, you know, it's good and it's weird at the same time, but that's how you know it's working. So, yeah. And then also my skin got so much smoother. Like my skin was way softer after after I got laser. So that was also like a big plus for me. I love having soft skin. Like I love being soft. And then as far as like, oh, when does the hair like disappear? When does it not grow back? As far as it not growing back, I started seeing it not growing back after like my second or third treatment. It was way like I said, thinner, and then it would kind of look like a little bit patchy. And I know that sounds weird also, but like it would look a little patchy in some areas, and that's how I knew it was working as well, because some areas would have a little bit more hair than others. So that was pretty cool too. So also a good thing for sure. Before you go to your appointment, and they'll ask you as well when you call in to make your appointments, but do not do not. And if you do, wait. So do not tweeze or wax or even thread, depending on what areas you're getting. Don't do those things. Like make sure that you and if you already have, don't book your appointment for at least 2 weeks out, because they're going to tell you that you need to wait. I don't know what it does to your skin, but it does something to your skin. Maybe it does something ingrowns or something like that. So you don't want you at whatever they recommend to you. I say just do it, so you want the best results. You know, you get the best results and everything comes out well. They recommend, or they say, before you come into your appointment, make sure you shave all of the areas, and just get all that hair off of there that you already have. That will also make it less painful, because the more hair that you have on your body or in your area, I'm just using my armpits for example. I know you guys can see me go like this. So yeah, the more hair that you have in that area, if you didn't shave, say for example, you didn't shave it, it's going to be more painful, because the laser is like contacting that hair, if that makes sense. So if the longer the hair is, a little bit more painful it is. So just make sure you shave before you go. Also, after your appointment, after your sessions, do not shave for at least a week and a half. And I know that's like, oh, I'm gonna be growing hair back there, but keep in mind, the hair is not growing back as fast as it was before. So you don't really have to worry about the fact that like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have hair there. It's gonna be thinner, it's gonna be lighter, it's not gonna be as much hair. So you really, really don't have to worry about the fact that you can't shave for a week, a week and a half, or whatever they recommend to you. That I think that has also helped with my results, because I'm not right away trying to like get the hairs off. So just make sure you don't shave, right after that. And as far as like, okay, when it starts to grow back, obviously your hair is going to start to grow back in between the time that you go and get your you have your next appointment. So what I do and what they recommend obviously is to shave in between your appointments. And I know that's like, shaving, isn't that kind of like going backwards? Like, no, not at all, because you are not shaving as often. So as opposed to you shaving, once or twice a week, just depending on how smooth you want to be, you're only going to be shaving maybe once every 2 weeks or so. You're not going to be shaving it as often. When you're going to get waxed, they recommend that you drink a lot of water before. Don't do too much caffeine, like drink too much coffee or energy drinks or anything like that. I don't know, does something to your skin. I listen, whatever. If you do sweat a little bit, it's totally fine, but don't do any like excessive or heavy sweating. Try to stay out of the sun for a while, just because your skin is like so exposed and your pores are like open. It just got lasered. So Be careful. What has worked for me, I usually like to make my appointments like later in the day, just because I have gone in the morning one time, and that was the one time it ever kind of like hurt me, or not even hurt me, but it was really hot. Like it was just really hot that day. I don't know what it was, but it was like, okay, like okay, you know. So that was the one time I went into in the morning. So I try to make my appointments later on in the day, because I know I'll have drinking enough water throughout the day. I'll have, eaten. My skin will be, not fresh from waking up. I guess maybe it was a little tender. I really don't know. But, that's just things that works for me. And I know that in that case, for me, it doesn't hurt as bad as it could. But honestly, like I said, it really doesn't hurt. Girl, if you get waxed, baby, you could get laser 3,000 times more. Like, there's two different types of lasers. The one for us is called the YAG laser. So just make sure that when you're booking your appointment, wherever you go, make sure they have the YAG laser, and that's what they will be using on you. If they use the other kind of laser, it can damage your skin. Thank goodness I've never had that happen to me. But I have heard stories, and I have, seen things. So just make sure that they have the YAG laser and you're good. Let me just tell you guys, last thing, how to maybe set up your appointment. If you don't know, or if you can't find an affordable laser clinic in your area, because maybe not everybody lives in LA and can't go to where I go, but if you do want to go to like a bigger clinic, the ones that are more advertised or whatever, then I would say that maybe check on Groupon. Look on Groupon, see if you can get a deal on that area. And I would say even just check on Groupon regardless for laser hair removal deals. I would say that, hands down, do that. But also, if you can't go where I go, maybe just Google affordable laser hair removal clinic in my area, and see what pops up for you, and see if you want to go there. I would say definitely do your research. Everybody's skin is different. Ask questions, do research, Google, ask your friends, ask me questions, comment, all those things. And, I'll give as much advice as I can, as far as what's worked for me, what hasn't, what I do. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend going to get laser. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And again, my name is Ara. What all the YouTube people say, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments, ask me questions, anything else you want to know maybe I didn't go over in this. Make sure you hit me up.